Equality in America. Children globally are subjected to indiscrimination. In India, this inequality can be seen in the way they are dealt within schools that cater to the rich versus the poor. These children are forced into unequal situations in which their dignity is not respected. For bringing a change in such inequality, there has to be first a change in attitude or mindset. Only when people begin to believe that no one is inferior and that every person deserves to be treated with dignity, that present attitudes can change. Establishing equality in a democratic society is a continuous struggle both in India and globally too. Individuals as well as various communities contribute to this. For example, in the United States of America, the African Americans whose ancestors were the slaves who were brought over from Africa, even today face inequality. This despite the fact that there was a movement in the late 1950s to push for equal rights for African Americans. Prior to this, African Americans were treated extremely unequally. For example, when traveling by bus, they were made to sit at the back of the bus or get up from their seat whenever a white person wished to sit. On 1st December 1955, tired from a long day at work, Rosa Parks, an African-American woman, refused to give up her seat on a bus to a white man. Her refusal that day started a huge agitation against the unequal ways in which African Americans were treated, and which came to be known as the Civil Rights Movement. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 prohibited discrimination on the basis of race, religion, or national origin. It also stated that all schools would be open to African American children and that they would no longer have to attend separate schools specially set up for them. However, despite this, a majority of African Americans continue to be among the poorest in the country. They can only afford to attend government schools that have fewer facilities and poorly qualified teachers, while white students either go to private schools or live in areas where the government schools are as highly rated as private schools.